Hello, my name's Brendan Glanville from Up and Ando Productions, and I'm here today with the amazing Steve Anderson with the most unplanned interview that I have ever made in my entire life. So I'm going to warn you early that anything may happen, anything may be said, but I'll guarantee what you get out of today's interview with this inspirational man will be gold.
We've definitely done life.
Yeah. And you've come off the biggest high, I guess, at the moment, that you've just seen the achievement of one of Natalie Cook and Tamsin Hinchley's goals, and that, well, Natalie in particular making her 5th consecutive Olympic Games in beach volleyball.
That's right. This is it's an amazing journey, and Tamsin's, this is her 3rd Olympics.
Wow.
And she's a mother. She's got a 2-year-old son named Arlie.
Yeah. And
for both of them, this journey, because they were broken up as a pair 2 years ago. So for them to come back together as a team late and then actually qualify for the Olympics, and for Natalie at 37 to qualify for her 5th Olympics, it's history-making stuff. So
it sure is. I mean, we're going to get back to that at the end. I mean, we'll set that teaser out for anyone that doesn't know Natalie Cook's amazing journey in particular. At 37, she was, she didn't get the support of the Australian Institute of Sport anymore because she had moved on from that as far as her career had gone.
Yeah, well, it's, the Australian Institute of Sport is a centralized program, and it's based in Adelaide. And Natalie lived in Brisbane. She has a business, and at 37, you're not a 20-year-old kid where you can just relocate and dedicate your life to sport. You have to have other healthy bits of life to be a complete person. And and she had relocated to Adelaide with Tamsin for the 2008 Olympics. And as I said, Tamsin has a 2-year-old son, so she relocated with a 1-year-old child from Melbourne to Adelaide, leaving her husband in Melbourne. So these are 2 very dedicated women, people who are dedicated to the Olympic movement and reaching their goals. And it's just not a sustainable situation.
Yeah.
So they both moved back to their homes. Natalie had an injured shoulder, an injured knee. She's 37, so they're telling her she's too old to do another Olympics.
She's the long shot, isn't she? She's the
long shot.
101 chance of making it to the Olympic Games at this point, with his injuries and this, the way that her life had been structured.
Well, some would say a lot more than 100 to 1.
Yeah.
The institute definitely were ready to invest in other people.
Yeah. The
partnership with Tamsin had broken apart. They had successful run up to the 2008 Olympics. They finished 5th. But it's in beach volleyball, you have 2 people, no substitutions. And a lot of it's self-determined, it's self-funded, and it's like a marriage.
Yeah.
It really is like a marriage. And when you're on the court, people are actually trying to exploit the weakest skills and then your weaknesses. And you have no substitutions, so you get exploited. And that's part of the champion trait that comes up in beach volleyball, is being able to, in spite of your areas of weakness, create a successful performance. So it's, they've gone through all that, and we created a program that's a camp-based program where Tamsin stayed in Melbourne, Natalie stayed in Brisbane. We have another guy, Peter Chico Jones, who coached the Melbourne-based program. I coached the Brisbane-based program with Nat, and then we'd come together and do camps, and that's how we
made it happen.
Yeah.
When Natalie decided that she was going to go for her 5th Olympic Games, it was at a point when she didn't even have a partner, wasn't it? It was when they were actually, she didn't have a playing partner.
Yeah. People thought she was crazy, and she was at an all-time low in her career.
Yeah.
So as I said, she had an injured shoulder. She needed some real rehab on the shoulder. She needed knee surgery. I actually have a photo of her in this long knee sleeve, bent over at one of our first practices, and she didn't have a partner. The partnership had broken up. She's injured. She's too old, so she's not in the program anymore. And that's where our journey started.
So she went, at that point, she's gone, and this is where we're going to get to the interesting part. She went and sought out, because you coached them, for anyone that doesn't know this piece of history, obviously you coached them to Natalie and Kerry Pothouse to gold in the 2000 Olympics. So they've already won a gold medal, but she's, you didn't coach her for the
2008. I started coaching Natalie in '95,
Yeah.
and we went to the '96 Olympics. We got a bronze medal.
Yeah.
2000, we got a gold medal.
Yeah.
And I coached her in 2004 in Athens. We got a fourth place. We got a potato.
Right.
The rowers, you get a potato,
yeah.
you don't get a medal.
Yeah.
They made up actual little potatoes on a string,
Yeah.
which was funny at the time, but you'd rather have a medal.
Yeah.
And
you really love potatoes.
yeah, well, not that much. You'd rather
Yeah.
have a medal.
Yeah.
And I didn't coach her in 2008, and our relationship was strained for a period of time. I mean, I've known her since she was 20 years old, and had worked with her for a long time. And during after 2004, on the 2008 campaign, we still worked together for a couple years. To 2006, our relationship became strained, and we lost contact with each other.
Yep.
And after her and Tamsin split their partnership, I could see that she was in real need and real pain. And love is love, so I contacted her, and I said, hey, I know that you're in a hard position right now, and I know that you still want to pursue the Olympic Games, so let's start the journey. And
so you made the offer.
I made the offer.
Okay.
And I was actually moving to Indonesia to work with the Indonesian men's national program.
Yeah.
So I made the offer to coach her for 3 months before I left for Indonesia.
Yeah.
And then the Indonesia deal never happened. So here we are today. But I'd set a goal to go to the Olympics, and who knew that it would be again with
Natalie.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking earlier about how you never really know what the universe sort of has in mind, or your higher conscious or your destiny, and that you turn up, you play your A game, and you live your life as if you're going to have it. And
that's right.
if it by some reason you don't get it, then maybe it just wasn't yours.
It's not yours.
Yeah.
It's not yours. We're in China. This is one of the last opportunities for us to qualify, for the 2012 games. We missed out. We finished in 20th position in the world ranking, and we started a season late, but we got all the way up to 19th, and then we slid back to 20. You need to be in the top 16 to qualify directly into the Olympics. And so there's a Continental Cup Championship where you can win your region, and we needed to win the Asian Combined Oceania region. And so we went to China for this competition.
So that was the last hurrah, that was the last chance of this journey to make the Olympics.
Well, it's the last one that we wanted
to do. Okay. So there's one more chance.
There was one more, the World Championship.
Yeah,
and the World Cup in Russia.
Right, you didn't want to do that.
Well, we had, to give you an idea of the schedule, we had just finished the competition in Moscow.
Right.
Got on a plane, straight for China, and 3 days later, we're playing in the Continental Cup.
Oh, God.
The Australian men finished second at that competition. We got on a plane. We finished the finals at 3:30, 5:30 shuttle to the airport. On the way back to Brisbane, the men straight back to Russia for the World Championships. So it was going through time zones, the pressure. You win your region, you play against the teams in Oceania and Asia, which is tough. The Chinese and the Japanese and Kazakhstan is tough teams there. But in the World Cup competition, you've got those teams that didn't make it there, the second and third place team, plus everyone else from around the world who hasn't qualified but have finished second, third, and fourth in their competition.
All going for that. So Russia is the last chance.
The last chance.
And that's when we had lunch, I don't know, was it probably 3 months ago? And we were having a chat, and I said, so you're going to Russia? And you went, no, man, we don't want to go to Russia.
We don't. And you attract what you focus on, right? Yeah, so right. As I'm saying, I don't want to go to Russia. I'm going, don't say don't. Don't say don't. We really wanted to. We wanted to qualify top 16, and we had a chance to do it. The pressure was in there.
On television, on radio interviews, in the newspaper, on The Biggest Loser. As far as Nat was concerned, she'd qualified for the Olympics. That's what she was really living it, to the point where there was that big thing on The Biggest Loser where it was announced she's an Olympic. She'll be playing volleyball in the Olympic at London, and everyone was like, "Congratulations, Nat!" And she's like, "Oh, hasn't actually happened yet."
That happened 3 times.
Yeah.
Once on television, twice on Facebook. The congratulations. the amount of pressure, because this is what happens. You think something, like you convince yourself, this is my destiny. This is what I really believe my life should be. Yeah. That's in your mind, right? And that's based on desire, ego, purpose, wherever it comes from. You create that for yourself, and then you start talking about it. Now, some people don't talk about it. Yeah. You know, and there's nothing wrong with either way, right? But when you put that energy out in the world, you have some accountability. It's not like you can say afterwards, "Oh, I really didn't want it." You didn't put it out there in the world, right? And that's the way that.
If she didn't get it, there was going to be no hiding the disappointment that because she put it out there that she.
You put it out there. Yeah. Now, here's the thing: you can have a desire for something. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that is for you. Yeah. Life will let you know what is yours. Yeah. You get everything that is yours when you fully express yourself through your gifts. And I think that's one of the things that came out for me in China was, having my thoughts and my words, and it used to be thoughts, words, and actions, but my actual body, my physiology actually was congruent with what I was thinking and what I was saying. There was nothing but joy and surrender. But not like surrender, like sit there and wait for something to happen. It was active. It's like, let's fully express ourselves through our gifts, and let's go for this with every fiber in our, in our being, which is really active allowing. Yes. If you're really allowing something to happen,
it's opening to something rather than forcing it.
Rather than forcing it and not just sitting there and waiting for something to be delivered. Inactively, like you have no part in it, right? The universe is completely intelligent. Yeah. If you look at your gifts, if you look at who you are, you look at your history, your purpose, all the things that make you up, if you express that fully, the things that really drive you, and you express your gifts and your talents, and the things that matter to you in the world, if you contribute that to the world, you get all the stuff that goes with it.